Play.
And we are live.
Hello.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Welcome to episode 39 of our main campaign. We are the Sleepless Nights. We are a D&D actual play Twitch stream and podcast. We stream on Wednesdays.
Every time to see what he does.
I know, same. We stream on Wednesdays at 8:30 with our YouTube release on Saturdays and podcasts on Tuesdays. As for announcements, no new followers this week.
Sorry, I couldn't see.
Oh, wow. Our follower giveaway is still going on. We got the details below on our Twitch page. When we reach 150 followers, you get a prize. Or random follower gets a prize. But other than that, I believe
Gordon says he's buying prizes for all 150
all 150.
followers.
I got you guys. But other than that, I'm ready to play some D&D. I don't know about you guys.
Let's do it.
All right. We continue our adventure. As all of you were heading towards Arrabar whenever you first ran into a caravan that seemed to be escaping the destruction that had overcame the city itself. What seemed like a group of farmers and refugees heading south towards Elbador had found the same destruction that you all found there and decided to head elsewhere. Amongst them, you introduced yourselves to a curious, what seemed to be farmer or merchant of some sort, with bronze skin complexion, different from the others, a curious accent. Obviously not originally from here. He explained that he was from the area towards Orbentar, far to the west. We left off with our friend Dornan attempting to steal a true resurrection scroll from this gentleman's pockets, his many pockets that were all over his vest and belt. With a failed investigation check, Dornan thought it best, as the man rolled over onto his back and began to snore, that it was best to call his little mission off to steal the scroll. The rest of the party thinking that outside the game that he was going to kill the merchant, but Dornan's not a madman yet. The morning came, and as you all woke and began to gather your things, the caravan departed without even saying goodbyes, quickly probably trying to get away from the stranger that they just met, the group of odd strangers that they just met the night before. The Forgotten Few. The only gentleman left to wish you goodbye, or was there, I guess, in the morning, was the merchant. Who you guys had agreed to tentatively help him take care of a land dispute, we'll call it, between the distant cousins of the Lord of Arrabar, who seemed to be encroaching on his farm or giving him some problems because his famous chili peppers were overgrowing his land and beginning to encroach on theirs. He recruited you, strong-looking adventurers, to help him try to scare these cousins of the Lord of Arrabar off of his land. And he promised this one true resurrection scroll in return. A few things happened beforehand. Some conversations were had with our friend Dornan, but between the rest of the party, and his true intentions, and what exactly his plans were going forward. During this, there was a brief moment of where Calder kind of was transported, we'll call it, into a vision with his supposed god that has been tormenting his brain for so long, Tamara, who challenged him in a different manner this time, being a lot more aggressive and confrontational, challenging him to even fight the god herself. And at the same time, he was executed by a visage of himself before he was reawoken in front of the rest of the party. Struggling about what this means, he kept it internal for the time, not really knowing why Tomorrow had approached him in this different type of manner, usually coming to him in a more wise and calm visage, this time more aggressive. It was at that moment that you all agreed to go with this random gentleman who claimed to be a farmer of these lands, who tore down his shop quite quickly in a quite whimsical manner, where he stepped on something loud, and in the stall that he had set up folded in upon itself until it became what looked like a small pocket watch, which he tucked into one of his pockets. And it was then he pulled out a scroll out of another pocket, began to whisper words under his breath before you all were whirled into what seemed to be hell itself, a different plane of existence, and where you saw his farmstead sat on top of a hill, and below that hill a lake of fire and screams, wails, a lake of souls. Another curious thing was that his garden, well, his chili plants, were singing. All of you, obviously stunned. Some of you feeling betrayed, surprised. You can say whatever you would like about the current situation that you were in. He told you a little bit about his neighbors that were truly encroaching on his land. Was not some distant cousins of the Lord of Arrabar, but demons of some sort. And that they were fast approaching. Before you could even question the man about his intentions, the neighbors arrived. A nasty-looking ghoul of sorts with a whip. I would call it a whip, with 3 heads of skulls that seem to be alive in their own right. And beside this gnoll was four, can't remember exactly the amount that you guys attacked. 4 massive hound-like creatures assaulted the farm. All of you, in a hasty battle, fended off the encroaching neighbors, and once again approached your employer, which he told you his name was actually Rex, and he had been here for some time because one of his customers actually pays him in interplanar travel scrolls, and this is where he had set up his farm. As a reward for you helping this gentleman, he promised you, indeed, the one true resurrection scroll, which Velkin had proved that it is still indeed a true resurrection scroll. And also 3 interplanar travel scrolls? 2?
Yes.
3.
3.
Correct? 3 interplanar travel scrolls. He gave you one last favor. And this is where we are going to begin our session tonight. Was to return you home, as close as he possibly could get you, to Arrabar. And that is where we left off. You guys were once again transported and landed. Head spinning, stomachs nauseous. We will change the music. We'll go back to this. No. We'll do this. You all find yourselves now in darkness. Pitch black. The smell of cold, damp earth fills your nose as you all kind of shake out of whatever you just got, however you got just got transported. You feel your companions bump pretty close to all of you. It's a tight space. You can tell that you're all compact into this small room.
I'll cast light on the sword.
When you cast light on the sword, you can see poof, it illuminates. You are in what looks like a dugout hole in the ground, a rectangular shaped room, a good 15 feet wide and only about 10 feet in length. You look up and you can see that there's wood planks and what seems like light peering through a thatched roof of some sort. As you light up the sword, you can see specks of dust kind of falling down from the ceiling. All around you, the walls are made of dirt and stone and clay, even on the floor. You see also a few bedrolls tucked into one of the corners, all rolled up and kind of stacked on one another.
Is there a
That's what you see.
door or stairs or anything?
No door, no stairs. To the ceiling, it's probably a good 8 feet. You could probably reach your hand up and actually touch the planks.
But no exit.
As far as you know.
Huh.
I take the butt of my gun and kind of bang the floor
Okay.
or ceiling. Bump, bump, bump.
The ceiling or the
Just
floor?
announce ourselves.
The ceiling. The ceiling above me.
Okay.
Gets down on his hands and knees. Tap, 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 tap.
So you sending dust and debris kind of collapsing on your party members. It gives a little bit with every thud that you make. It kind of lifts a brief moment.
Right, break through.
Be nice to know if anyone's on the other side first. Oak, give a lift up. Ren, do you mind?
Yeah. Take a peek.
So you're gonna have Ook lift Ren.
Yep.
Okay. So he kind of just squats, and you see him put his hands out like this.
Take the boost, I guess.
And he lifts you up until you get to the thatched roof. When you get to it, it's stopped.
How far up does it go?
I mean, it is when Ook gives you the boost, you're pretty much like
Yeah.
almost right up against it.
It only goes up like an inch or
blocked-
so.
It is like blocked by something, the roof, as you begin to kind of feel around.
Gotcha. I'll continue to feel around and see if there's any trapdoor, any place that does lift.
Okay. Just give me an investigation check.
18.
An 18. This seems like what you would think is like a door itself, like a trap door itself. Like it's obviously level to you, so there is something kind of holding this door in place. But it seems like if you would get whatever it was, like off the top of it, or a lock or something, you don't see any locks, keys, or anything. It kind of gives that like it gives, but not much to get it open.
Okay. Feels like there's something heavy on the other side. Maybe if somebody gives it a good shove, or we can look and see if there's another way out of this place.
Yeah, I can give it a go if Luke wants to lift my ass up.
Okay. Are we alone first?
Did I hear anything?
Perception checks.
I'm gonna divine sense while she's at it because I'm paranoid as fuck at this point.
60 feet. correct?
Hi.
Yeah, I assume I still don't sense Castus.
You do not.
12.
A 12. You don't hear anything.
And I don't hear anything, but again, I can't really get this thing up at all, so I don't know.
All right. Ook, you get one leg, I'll get the other. Come on. Boy.
Boy. All
How
right.
many bedrolls are in the corner?
You look and you begin to count. There's 4 in total.
Are they medium-sized bedrolls?
Medium size, as in they would
Or a
fit like
medium-sized creature?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just try to force this thing open
Okay.
and give myself
Big
guidance.
Okay. 1 second. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
That is 25.
Easy enough. You need a little bit of help of Ook with you just to give you that extra few feet to get to the ceiling. and you push up and you hear something and roll as the thatch roof kind of, and as soon as it does, sunlight begins to blare down on your entire party. Oh, you have to cover your eyes for a brief moment as the sun seems to be hitting in this almost exact spot.
I'll poke my head out and look around.
Okay. Wait, give me a perception check.
2.
A 2.
I'm strong. I don't know why.
What you do see, even with the 2, is a barren landscape, almost like a wasteland. The dirt itself, kind of that orangey yellow. You see some shrubbery, and a massive boulder kind of sitting right in front of you. You can see a large stone that you had pushed off, kind of rolled, and it found its place up against that boulder. You look around, you can see what looks like a stone wall to your left. Kind of follows a path and kind of hooks to the left. Some dead shrubbery and trees all around you. The ground itself cracked and torn and twisted, almost as if you were back towards Hardcastle, where you saw the wastes. Similar landscape. What is prominent, even with the 2, it's about 2 or 3 miles in the distance. You see high walls of a massive city. In the center, you can see a large, what looks like pure white marble, a building, round in construction. The top of the dome of this building, pure gold. You can see, even from this distance, large blue banners hanging from what looks like columns that surround this building.
Is this a city I've ever seen?
Not you.
Okay. I'll climb up out and then reach a hand down. I think we're a couple miles outside what I'm assuming is Arrabar. As long as he didn't fuck us, if one of y'all from here wants to come take a look,
Sure, let's see what we got. Like grab his arm and
grab his hand, and lift him out.
pull
And I
myself
will
up.
help everybody else get out.
How long
first.
does Divine Sense last?
It's just like
12
a-
seconds.
It's instantaneous, correct?
Yeah, instantaneous. It would be like about 12 seconds because it lasts until the end of the following round.
You do not sense anything immediately.
That's not concerning.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Brent, before we leave, you want to just do a quick once over? This might be a good spot to remember. Unless it's like 5 blades, correct?
Yeah, I'll try to get a sense of whatever this hideout is and get a sense of the other people who packed away their bedrolls here.
Okay, just give me a survival check.
What was on top of the hatch, by the way?
That was one of the large stones that had rolled and found its place in the large boulder that kind of stands right in front of you.
7.
A 7. You think you'd remember this place, but as you look to your left and your right, the wasteland that you now sit in front of is expansive. It almost seems to wrap around even these large walls of the city. Those of you that are from Arrabar recognize this as the city of Arrabar. The large stone walls, every probably 100 feet or so, have large palisades. You can see with these braziers that would normally be lit, you can see them even from this distance, miles away. They would probably be 40 or 50 feet in width, and you can see them large steel, almost like a tower itself on these palisades. You can only see part of the wall. Those of you that just have the general sense of the city know that you are on the eastern part of the city. If you would kind of orient yourself to the main gate of the city, is more or less on the western side. As you kind of follow the river, is where you would enter the city. So you are on almost the opposite side.
Well, looks like one thing that fucker said was a straight up lie. We're almost home. But
We want to. I mean, we're a few miles out. We want to camp here, and
the only thing. So, I would
One
love.
last thing that you guys missed as you begin to discuss this. Those of you who are just kind of taking in the scenery see what looks like, let me see exactly how many. 2 dead bodies seem to be laid up against the stone wall that's probably about 40 feet to your left as you clamber out, kind of leaning up against one another. They're dry and decrepit, and kind of you can see that they're in a later stage of decay. Almost that visage of like a skeleton, but not quite, has lost all of its skin and muscle. Long hair kind of like falling down to its shoulders. Dead and lifeless, one's jaw kind of hangs up open and cocked to one side. But the kind
That
of
looked like they were
I want to investigate. Investigate the body, see if there's anything useful.
go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Why? Oh, fuck. That's an 8.
An 8. As you get closer to these bodies, you notice that it seems like time has begun to take these 2 corpses. They are leaned up against what looks like a good-sized stone wall, probably 7 feet. It seems natural stone. It's not constructed stone. It seems like a natural fissure in the earth made of stone. But it looks like these bodies have been here for some time. And as you go down to investigate, Dornan, and begin to look, they still have their clothing. It seems intact and not weathered as their bodies would seem to presume. That's the first thing that kind of strikes you. And as you begin to like get down, you see your hand begin to glow blue. For a brief moment, you see it ignite and flow into one of the dead bodies. It's at that moment the eyes
Of course.
turn blue. I'm going to take you guys to a battle map.
Hey!
God.
Hey!
This map
All
brought to you by
right.
Dwarven Forge. No, sorry.
I'm still so fucking spent from the last fight, dude.
So the flame came from me and was siphoned into them.
Yes. And
Okay.
they kind of made begin to move in these snapping,
Like
erratic
sucking
movements.
sound.
Ugh, great.
Hey, on the bright side, though, Ren is fine, so we'll just have her tank.
Yeah.
All of you,
Yeah,
all of you
there
take
you
back,
go.
back away for a brief moment. Calder, that's when you hear a quick dashing movement, and you look up on top of the boulder. You see 2 more of these creatures, humanoid, same dry skeletal-like skin, also with glowing blue eyes, on all 4s. These guys do not have any clothing. I'm gonna bring you to a battle map.
Yeah.
Calder,
I just give
you-
a
Watch
ragged sigh, like, oh god.
And then
Detect Undead was so close
you
to being
realize-
useful this time. Divine Sense.
you begin to see movement all around you, as skittering. You begin to notice things moving all around you, fast.
We're earning this. We're earning this.
Do I have
We got the
time to
error bar.
divine sense, or are we going to initiative like immediately?
You can divine sense. This is
Yeah.
almost before initiative happens.
Am I getting like? Can I get a count, like a rough count?
These things you don't even sense undead. That's
Ooh.
what you're assuming.
Do I sense anything?
Celestial fiend undead, is that all?
Celestial fiend, undead, and what is it? Consecrated and desecrated.
How do I
Ooh.
explain this?
It's like, is
Ooh.
there holy
Ooh.
magic at play in these? Is what
No holy magic.
consecrated
Or unholy.
odd.
magic.
or unholy magic. Yeah.
You feel something, but you're not too sure what it is. Almost like an adrenaline rush as your heart feels cold for a brief moment, and then you don't sense anything that's undead, fiend, but whenever you cast divine sense, something happened, and it's coming from these creatures.
I don't love that.
And I'll bring you
Ooh.
to the map.
Spicy.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a lot.
There's
Oh,
quite
wow.
a few of them.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not great.
I hope someone is ready to heal me
Oh.
because
And let's roll initiative, everybody.
oh,
Mm.
buddy.
Aw, man, you're a paladin. Touch yourself. It'll be fine.
I used so much shit in the last fight. Like
No, you
I
did. Yeah.
I'm
You got
very
fucked.
nearly tapped. Like yeah.
Okay.
I was out of the entire fight, so I didn't use much, thankfully. But
Oh my initiative is
Okay.
I also
trash.
didn't use much.
I have got
Falcon
to
has
get a
still
freaking
has some
sentinel
spell
shield.
slots.
My initiative's not very good either.
Ooh, she has not many spell slots. Might be using that.
I was
that
gonna say
clay.
Okay, spell slot wise, I'm still pretty good. I'm still doing good.
Do I get firebolt, Dornan?
I got firebolt.
That's good. You don't need slots.
I got firebolt.
I mean,
I got firebolt and shocking grasp.
no, Dornan has Firebolt. Not Velkin.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
he was
Vulcan-
talking
yeah,
about his
Vulcan-
own
yeah.
spell slots.
Yeah, I have spells and she has spells too. It's just
25 to 20.
21.
Vulcan has 30.
Jesus.
God damn.
I'm a 20. But, you know, kind of got overshadowed there. It's okay.
Yeah.
That was a good 20, man.
Thanks,
That was a good 20.
Liam.
All right,
Gotcha,
20 to 15.
17.
Okay.
Okay.
I have prep Vulcan. God damn it. Okay. Okay, what am I
Heavy
gonna
armor
do?
boys always in the back. Yep. This
Oh
is-
yeah,
15
I really caldered this roll.
I did too.
15 to 10.
I hate it when that happens.
15 to 10. And nobody 15 to 10. All right, great. 10 to 5.
I got a 9,
I have a 5.
guys.
And Isaiah.
And I say
Ooh.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
hate
yeah,
my position.
podcast. I got a 3.
Where's Ook? Was
Right
Ook?
Luke is in my initiative.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'd think I would know that after this many months.
Yeah, like, what the hell?
No.
All right, actually, I'm actually happy with where I'm at.
Okay, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do?
So the first act is you begin to see all these things clamber across the ground and move super quickly, skittering on all fours and climbing over these boulders and over these rock walls. The first act is Vulcan. I was trying to give you a moment.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay. First off, she is going to. Well, she's going to move, put some distance away from all that nonsense. Gonna move her here.
All that nonsense.
And all that nonsense. Oh, okay. I'm going to. Oh, I have no spells. I can't do haste. Okay. She's gonna cast firebolt at. Let's do this one up here. That'll ping there.
If I can,
so
don't
it's,
forget you've also got the clay.
Yes. I have to look into that, so I'm going to do that next turn. I don't have it in front of me.
You're an army
so I'm
man.
gonna do it. Fuck. That's only an 11.
An 11. That actually hits.
Oh, nice. Okay. 2d10. Okay. Oh, that's bad. That's not bad. But 14 points of fire damage.
14 points of fire damage. Okay, so Vulcan, I'm not here to explain your firebolt, but I'm assuming it looks like purple and some sort of a plug of a hand. Cool. Help me out here.
She clicks her stopwatch. She clicks her. She's
Yes.
like, I don't have the slots for this. So she clicks her stopwatch, and a little dial pops out, kind of flips around her head, and fire goes. Two bolts of fire go what and hit.
You see it.
Cool.
You can see some of the skin and muscle actually blow off this guy's torso. Anything else?
All right. Nope. That was action. No bonus action currently to speak of, and that is the end of her turn.
Okay, Ren.
Okay. I'm going to step out a bit. Just
By the way,
come
this
over
rock
way.
outcropping is about 10 feet in height.
Okay.
difficult terrain if you want to try to traverse it. Same with these. If you want to go right to left, like up it, it is difficult
Mhm.
terrain. They are, if you would go left to right, like down it, it is not difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm gonna come out here for now, and then I'm going to take a shot at this guy in melee with Dornan. And that is a 20, dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. Sneak attack. Okay, decent. Let's see, 6, 10, 15. 21, 25 points of psychic damage to that one.
Okay.
And if it's still kicking, I'll take another shot at it.
Still kicking.
Alright. And then with the offhand, 19.
That hits.
Alright, sweet. And that one will be that'll be 5 points of psychic damage.
5 more points. Okay. Whenever you toss the dagger in, both of them impact into this dead carcass. You can see it for a brief moment kind of pause. And begin to twitch violently.
That's unsettling. Okay,
Ew.
that's my turn.
Ew.
Frederick.
All right. First off, bonus action rage. And he'll kind of say to everyone like, "Heads up, we got company," and just like take his arms and just like as the scales kind of just and shoot down both of them, and the claws come out.
Wrong. Go.
Okay.
I was trying to post the picture of the enemy.
And then he will run way over here because Dornan had to poke something again, and he will make some attacks.
I didn't even touch it.
So that's gonna be. I'm getting 3 attacks here, all at advantage for flanking. First one is a miss. Don't even worry about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. Second
is it?
is don't worry about it. it's like an 8. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Okay. And then the second one is a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is the claws. So that does 7 damage.
7 points of damage.
All right, and then
Whenever you lash into this thing, you get one final hit as your claws rake into this thing's abdomen and just tear it completely in half, and it crumbles. Dead.
nice.
Cool.
Well,
Wait, how much damage was it?
7.
You see it then
I have another attack.
slowly begin to form.
Oh.
You see it begin to claw on the ground. Still alive.
I'm just gonna look down like, ugh, and just try and like stomp on it for my last attack. So this last attack is a 22 to hit,
That hits.
and then stomp damage is 8.
8 damage.
Yep, 8. 8 damage.
You stomp on it. It's slowly getting pounded worse and worse into the dirt. It lays there lifeless for it. Begins to reanimate.
Well, that's not good. And that's my turn.
Okay. Our boys' turn. Our boys. The Husk zombies' turn.
Ugh.
Oh, fun.
Okay, so the first ones we are going to do, we're going to make this easy on myself, so we are going to move here. This one leaps off. Gonna get the movement out of the way. Easily make it to you.
Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at
Got
all.
a good formation going on over there.
60. That one's gonna go there. Make sure. This one leaps off there.
You guys are having a party out there.
Woohoo! You want to join? You're invited.
I'm pretty busy myself.
Okay. Take a rain check on it.
So we are going to start with. We'll go start right to left here. So this one is going to actually. Yes. So this one leaps down in front of you, Isaiah. You can see its bones don't even really have enough strength to initially catch its fall, and when it does, it kind of lands, and you can hear the bones of the legs kind of snap. Then you see its face quickly turn up towards you, Nuke. Its eyes begin to glow brighter and brighter blue until and is going to explode.
God,
I need
of course.
you and Nuke to both make me Constitution saving throws.
Oh, okay. All right.
They always explode.
Mm-hmm.
Hate it when that happens.
Ooh, plus 10. Or I mean, plus 4.
Jesus, plus 10.
Plus 10, okay.
I was thinking
for
10
me.
feet. Just for you, yeah, not for Ook.
Okay, so I got 12 plus 5 is 17 plus 4 is 21, and Ook got an 11.
Okay, so Ook fails, you succeed. So Ook is going to take. Let me make sure I know exactly how much damage here.
Baldur has a 30 charisma score.
So Ook is going to take 13
That is sick.
points of poison damage. You are going to take 6.
He is immune to poison.
He takes no damage.
Nice.
Can I? Oh fuck! It doesn't work with poison. All right.
I
take
lied.
6.
It's necrotic damage. I apologize. Is it still immune to
Ooh,
necrotic?
necrotic.
Mm,
I'm up for that.
okay. So yeah. So he'll take that.
Okay, so 13 points. Apologies.
Yep.
The non-home root version of poison is poison damage.
Yes. Ow.
That is going to be that one's turn. It is dead.
Yeah.
It was
Destroyed.
already dead.
That might be true.
Well, it was undead.
It now is re-dead.
No, that's
These
it.
two here are going to make 2 claw attacks against you. As you can see, the creatures have these long, elongated hands and fingers. It seems like the bones were kind of pulled out of socket, and almost the skin had formed to form these long, nasty-looking claws. The fingernails
Salad
kind of, yeah, exactly, sharpened into these long talons. So this is going to be 4 claw attacks.
I like rusty spoons.
The first one is going to be a 10.
Miss.
Next one's going to be a 9.
Blocked.
This one
No.
is a 23.
Damn it.
And this one's a 24.
Yeah.
22, apologize.
Still yes.
Oh, misses now.
I liked your reference, by the way.
That's going to be 12 points of
Thank you.
slashing damage to you.
That's
As you're
12
just-
total between
yes,
the
total.
two.
Yep, and you're being harassed by these 2 undead-like creatures. Not quite undead, but that's the best way I can explain them. From a visual standpoint. This one, Ook, is going to also... It just runs with a speed unbeknownst to any of you. Quickness to like an undead zombie that none of you have ever heard of. It skitters across the ground on all 4s and then leaps onto you, and it is also going to burst in blue flame. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Egg ball. Sorry if I didn't make myself clear.
Great.
You got this,
Plus
Egg.
4.
You got this.
Ooh. Ha ha. I think it's funny he grabs onto me, yet I rolled really good. What is it? Fucking math. I'm sorry. Plus 4.
Plus
26.
26.
Constitution,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
20. Yeah,
Nice.
26.
26. As this thing latches onto you, you kind of just turn and just let that like stone's endurance just kind of take the full blast of the explosion. You take 9 points of necrotic damage
All right.
as this thing explodes on top of you. That's going to end that one's turn. This one moved its distance. It is not going to do anything. All right, we're going to start from the bottom here.
And stop.
This one is also going to burst. It leaps off of the stone wall down at you, Redrick, and just kind of belly flops, and as it does, explodes. Constitution saving throw, Redrick.
Sure. I can do that for you. I think that's a 8. Let me pull up my character. 7.
7. That's a
Ooh.
failure. You will take 17 points of necrotic damage. This thing explodes.
Ow.
You didn't really expect it, as you can kind of just hear all these bursts and explosions all around you. This thing just lands on the stomach and
Okay.
kind of sending you into the other zombie as it turns. And you're going to make 2 claw attacks against you.
Cybermen.
First one is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
The second one is a 21 to hit.
That also hits.
You are going to take 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, reduced to 5 because I'm raging.
Yes, sir. Dornan,
Yeah.
Ow.
none of these explode. You're going to take 6 total claw attacks.
Get
First
ready.
one is a 13.
Miss.
Second one's a 15.
Miss.
A 9.
Miss.
Natural 20.
Oh, what? Just out of, I'm assuming it's a more. It's a +1 to whatever attacks more than. I don't know. As it hits. It hits. It's fine.
Okay.
Continue on. Continue.
Next one's a 19.
Actually, I am then with that. I am going to use my shield as the fire wings wrap around me, and so that raises my AC to 21.
And the last one is going to be a 17.
Miss. So 1 hits.
Well, natural 20 coming your way.
Woo! Couldn't just explode. I couldn't get a group hunt and they explode.
That's going to be 13 points of slashing damage. This thing
Owie.
kind of tears into your chest. Right before another one goes to swipe at your back, the wings wrap around you in a burst of blue flame. And then as it fades, you can see these undead-like creatures absorbing some of the flame into their bodies.
Great.
That is going to end their turn. It is now yours, Dornan.
Okay. He seems more annoyed than anything else. Bonus action, second wind. So that is 1d10 plus 7. 11 points I heal back up.
Nice.
I will. Well, actually, with shield, it might not be a bad thing. I'm gonna try to. I need distance for me to properly do anything, so I'm moving. I'm running. I'm gonna move 5, 10. Oh, that's not right. I wanted to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So do whatever you got to do.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just going to make sure I'm keeping up with everything here. Okay, so that is going to be 4 opportunity attacks.
Correct.
If it makes a difference to Dornan's decisions, shield ends at the start of your turn.
Does it? Yep, it does. Actually, that does.
Yeah.
That actually affects my decision because I forgot. Yeah. Never mind. I'll just sit
Let go of the
here.
chess piece, man. Take your pain.
No, that affects my decision making. Okay, I'm just going to. I'm going to shoot with disadvantage then. I'm going to shoot at. Which one was Redrick pounding on? This one right here.
Yes. No,
Okay,
yes.
I want to shoot that one. All right, I want to shoot that one. All right. Oh, that's on the ground.
That one is actually prone, so it would be. Oh, it's a disadvantage anyway because you're in melee
Yeah.
with it, right? Just gonna make sure it's quick.
Okay. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and so that is 6 points of piercing damage and 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Is it dead? Still moving?
It is dead. So as you point at this thing point blank on the ground, you can see the tip of the pistol light up for a brief moment, and you unleash the shot right into the back of this thing's head as it's kind of reforming. You see it, the bullet impacting the thing, just going. And
All right, cool. I guess I will target this one to my right. Okay. Ooh. Actually, that's not bad because I have a high hit. 13.
It hits.
All right. Okay. That is then. That is 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing damage. After finishing the one on the ground, you quickly turn around and from behind your arm, you launch a shot, hitting this thing square in the chest, kind of sending it back a few feet before it comes right back at you.
Okay. That's actually bonus action. Okay. I'll just sit here and take my lumps. That's the end of my turn.
Your turn. Close range gunslinger. I love it. Egg balls.
I'm going to move over next to Calder. Let me actually move.
Buddy.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at
Yeah.
3rd level.
You're the man.
And then signature dish. A.
Everyone wants me to
And then
die so
signature
bad.
dish. I'm gonna give a signature dish to Isaiah. So
Not too
Isaiah,
bad.
you get 3 points, and then I'll go ahead and do Calder real quick.
All I have to do is kill Eggball first.
Honestly, I'm
Not too
surprised you
bad.
haven't done that yet.
Suddenly, all of them just dogpile him and
18
explode.
You heal for 22 points.
Yeah, it's like when the Saiyans attack in Dragon Ball Z. What were those little
Yeah.
guys called that latched on?
Yeah,
The
the
Cybermen.
Cybermen.
Yeah.
Yamcha.
What do you got for me?
22 hit points.
Very nice.
You heal 22 hit points.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
That was good. I like
What
that.
was the little like
Chaozu.
Yeah.
That was
tail
Chaozu.
dude? That's his name.
Rip everyone's ears. Jesus.
Boom.
And then I'm just gonna pull up my short sword and hang out next to Calder.
Short sword. You're doomed. Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm hanging out here. Thanks. Appreciate
Calder.
the DM.
It's me.
It's you.
I
Sweet.
can move like diagonal through them, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'll do that then. Yeah. Okay, that's all. I'm gonna attack the
That's
guy
all.
in between us.
Next is Isaiah.
It's 25 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, maximum sword damage for 13.
Maximum sword
Slashing.
Slashing. Okay.
Maximum damage.
Second attack. 20 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, 7.
So you take a quick step maneuver and kind of bully your way in between these two, turning quickly to slash this thing in the back, kind of pushing it into Eggball's. Eggball pushes it back at you. You kind of stab it right through the chest and remove the blade. This thing's still kind of alive and jittering. Anything else?
No. That's it.
Isaiah.
I just. Ugh.
Well, come on, boy. Let's have some fun. And Ook and I are gonna go get in front of Ren and
Hug.
do what? No. And we're just gonna try and beat on this thing. See if I can get the hammer and Ook's fist to meet in the middle of his chest. First attack
can
is
try.
24.
24, that'll hit.
second attack would be 22,
Okay.
and then Ook's follow up would be 16, another 22.
That hits all three.
All
Good
right.
round.
Between a rock and a hard place.
Which one's which?
And 12 is
But the-
23,
That's the choice, I guess. I
and
don't know.
9 is 32 damage. 9 force and 23 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Wow.
Ooh.
This dad and son combo as Ook and Isaiah roll up in front of you, Ren, just pounding on this thing, hammer and fist. Anything else?
You might want to go help Dornan, love. And that's it.
The end of your turn, as Velkin is kind of preparing herself for her next round of attacks, she notices something. Behind her, emerging from the ground, all around you, these things begin to emerge from underneath the dirt.
Damn it.
Oh.
Here. Here.
But wait, there's more.
Here. Here.
Oh my god.
And here.
Oh God! I had to scroll down. Got up here, not seeing them. Oh God.
Velkin's turn.
Okie dokie. Okay. She's gonna kind of reach into her bag, like shit. Pull out the bag of clay and says, "Fly, my pretties!" As 4 tiny darts. So they have 4 tiny darts pop out. And that is the action for that. For the bonus action, let me actually draw a little thing, little identifiers. Come on, draw. Come on. Close enough. Whatever. What do you want to call that? These are just tiny darts. They have a fly speed of 30 feet, and bonus actions, you're going to direct it to attack this guy right here. And they're going to attack.
Perfect.
So 4 tiny little attacks. Let me get some d20s here. Oh, okay. Yeah, those all hit. 11 plus, nat 20, 17 plus, and 12 plus. So all of them hit. It has a plus
That
8,
would.
plus 8 to hit. So 1d4 plus 4, and then one of those is doubled. So okay. Oh, those are all bad. All bad rolls. Okay. Okay, it's 5, 10, 15. Okay, so that's 15 for 1, 4, 2, 4, 23 points of piercing damage as these little clay darts go poking into its body like little hypodermic needles.
You can see them just emerge,
and-
as they emerge through this thing's body. You can see skin and muscle and decaying, just body just kind of falling to the ground.
That is the end of its turn.
Okay. Ren.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of like shit. I'm gonna move over here. I'm going to shoot a dagger at this guy.
Which one?
The one right here in front of door.
Perfect.
And that's a natural one.
Ooh.
Let's try again with the offhand. Okay, that's a 25 for my offhand.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
All right, and then sneak attack with the D4. Okay, decent. All right, 6, 10, 15, 17, 21 points of psychic damage.
Woo! Points.
And then let me see, that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then I'm just take the extra 5 feet back off the map. And that's my turn.
Okay. Perfect. As you throw the offhand dagger, you can see it also kind of freezes for a moment before it shakes whatever has just impacted it off. Redrick, you are up.
All right. we saw that Jordan put up like a fire shield and they like ate it, right? Something like that.
Yep.
Cool.
Ate
Cool,
it.
cool. As you do.
Yeah.
Absorbed it.
I am going to actually end the rage I have. Yeah, I'll end the rage I have going right now. So you see the claw kind of like retracts in off his right arm and it becomes like human again, and then instead those scales almost like shift up to like his face and the dragony maw kind of comes out. And then he's going to run around here as he re-enters a rage as a bonus action and make some bite attacks against this thing.
Nom nom.
Yum 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum.
Gonna be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, and that will do. Just make sure it's a D8 for the bite. I haven't used the bite in a little bit. Yeah, it's D8. So 8 damage.
8 points of damage. As you bite into this undead carcass right near the shoulder, and kind of rip off a part of the muscle and bone, you can see it fall to the ground for a brief moment. And it is dead, not moving.
Oh, sweet. I definitely thought that one was gonna stay up. 3. Alright, and then I will circle around and do the same maneuver. Just kind of like pounce and just like midair, like into this thing's like shoulder area. One more attack. Not as good to hit. 15.
Still hits.
Alright, cool. And that's gonna do 9 damage.
Points of damage.
And I heal 3 more.
Okay, and as you bite into these things, the first initial reaction is to almost pull away because it is foul. The taste of undead flesh and mold and just nasty kind of instantly fills your mouth. Also, it begins to burn violently. Doesn't do any damage, not enough to do damage, but you can tell that you biting into this thing's flesh is definitely painful.
Yeah, he definitely bites in and then like just like spits it out after each bite. Just like off to the side and then gets ready to go again. That's it.
Better or worse than the carrion crawler?
Oof.
That thing eats stuff like this.
Wasn't exactly present for that one. At least Redrick wasn't.
Flogwa.
Somebody's accidentally on the map. Here we go. Token layer. Here we go. All right. I'm going to start here. This one is going to chase you, Ren.
Oh, Ren, take damage.
Never.
She runs away like,
Yep. It is going to leap into the air, and as it does, you can see it glow blue for an instant before. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You can do it.
You got this. You're a rogue. You're Dexy.
Yeah, well,
It's a con.
It's
too
a
bad
con.
Oh,
it's
it's a con.
not.
That's right. It's a con. Never mind.
You can't do this.
Never mind. You can do this.
Give up,
I take
give
it all
up.
back.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
That's going to take, you're going to take 17 points in necrotic damage as this thing ignites on top of you,
Good God! All right.
giving out a small,
Lovely.
helpless yelp.
That's
Oh
more
no,
of
the
a-
first
oh,
time I've been
no.
hit.
The second. Thank you very much.
Just instantly dead.
Yeah.
It's obliterated into dust. All right, these next 2 are going to make. Belkin's going to take 4 claw attacks here.
It comes out in this fight that Ren actually had like 4 hit points this whole time, but you just never really did.
She's still level 1.
Yeah.
On Belkin. Natural 20.
Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
Second one is a 23.
Oh.
It's really not
Oh, if that hits.
Next
Okay.
one is an 11
Kid,
11 does not hit.
and an 8.
That does not hit.
could
So
you
not
chrono
this
shift one of them?
Nope, I'm all out.
Oh,
I
fuck.
didn't think we'd go into battle.
Let's do this one first. That's going to be 13 points of slashing damage for the first one.
Oh,
Oh.
that's not great.
That was the
Second
crit.
one is going to be 5 more points of slashing damage.
Okay, she is hurt.
These two next to you, Isaiah, are going to make slashing attacks. So you'll take 4. I'm assuming Ook's going to impose disadvantage on one of them.
Yeah, might as well.
I don't know. I like to ask. Usually it is. We'll do that one first. That is going to be lower than that. A 7 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Next
Just
one
dance
is
out
a
of the way.
16 hit to hit.
Bring up the shield, interpose it. The regular shield, not the magic one.
Yep. Next one is a 23
That one does get through.
and a 23.
That one also gets through.
Oh yeah. I like that. That's going to be 14 points of slashing damage total.
Okay.
This one is going to rush up here, and it is actually going to burst. So
Oh,
I
good.
need Calder and Eggval to make me Constitution saving throws.
Oh,
Plus
you're
4.
fine. You got this.
18.
Success.
13.
That is a success. So you
Ah.
both will take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Halved again
Half.
for me.
Let me see for this one.
Yeah.
No. So this one actually fails. So as this thing leaps just in midair and it explodes in a blue flame, it causes the other one to also.
Oh my god.
So I need you to make both of you to make me
Come on.
Constitution saving throws again.
Hey, what do you would the half of 7 be rounded up or down?
No. That is the half. It was 14 initially.
I know I'm resistant to necrotic.
That
Always
was
round
half.
down.
Then half of that rounded down, so it would be 3.
It's 3. Okay.
In D&D, it's always round down.
My next con save not so
Go,
good.
go.
5 or 10 rather.
16.
Okay, so you succeed.
I'm
Calder, you
gonna.
I take half damage anyway. don't
Nah,
worry
you're
about me.
fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you'll take 18 points, reduced to 9. Eggval, you'll just take 9 points of
Okay.
necrotic damage, and these guys are
All right.
obliterated.
Goodness.
Is that
I'm
does the
actually
second one
gonna
set
use-
off the third one?
Well, I have to see.
Oh
I'm actually gonna use Stone's endurance on that to see if I can just regain.
Shut your
Oh,
mouth.
no,
It does take the damage.
it wasn't negated.
What
I
was
rolled
it
a 1 on
negated?
my Stone's endurance.
Oh.
Okay, that's going to
Oh, how-
end that side of the map. Go ahead.
How you looking, Eggy?
I'm okay for now.
So I do.
Look a little rough, maybe.
Okay.
All right. So this one here is going to turn and lash out at you, Redrick, since you're the one that's sailing it. 2 claw attacks.
Right,
coming
right.
your way.
Right.
First one is a 16 to hit.
I get hit by that, I think. Yeah.
And the second one is a natural 20.
That one misses.
That 20s.
So, do the natural 20 first.
This could be bad,
That's
lads.
11 points of slashing.
Rounded down to 5.
And this one is 7 more points of slashing.
Whew. Looking
There's
rough.
3. And this one here is going to make 2 claw attacks against you, Dornan.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Oh my
Sure.
god.
Stop it. Stop
I'm seeing a heart
Stop
and then
it.
a natural 1. Natural 1 with the second one.
Okay.
I saw a heart and then game over real quick. Okay.
He never wants us to see Arrabar.
Alright, so that's going to be 15 points of slashing damage total to you.
Ouch, kabibble.
No
All
wings are saving you that time. That's going to be the end of their turn. You are up.
Okay. Oh, fuck berries. Okay.
Fuck
Ow.
berries.
Hey, I'm still okay. I'm still surviving. So I am going to just take a shot at the one between me and Redrick. It's not a melee attack, so I'm assuming I still be considered disadvantage because it's not flanking. Okay. That is okay. That is a What's with the doubles? 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Let's do.
Well, which one are you attacking next,
Rainbow.
Redrick?
Oh yeah, the one sandwiched between us. That is 12 points of piercing damage and 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
As I basically shove my pistol into its face and fire.
As you do, you can see half its neck gets removed, and it's just like part of the spine and the jaw that kind of connects this thing to its body. Anything else?
Second attack. Okay. I've been rolling doubles. It's weird. This one's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
All right. I rolled 2 17s. If clarify that. Okay, and that is nice. That is 11 more points of piercing damage. So they shoot its face again.
Okay.
I'm trying to aim it so I don't hit Redrick in between.
Yeah, the other side,
I'm
you
like-
put it right up into its skull, and you fire the shot, and it kind of blows half of its head off. Only half of the skull remains. You can see this rotted gray and green brain kind of pouring out the side of its dome there. Anything else?
I curse. I don't have the ammo for this, and then that is the end of my turn.
Egg ball.
Okay. I'm gonna start. Sorry, let me just double check. Is this within? Yes. I'm going to cast Bane. But what is it? I'm just gonna suck some blood out of the still fresh bite on the inside of my hand and just kind of spray it out. I'm gonna cast Bane on the 2 that's on Velkin, and then the 1 to the south that's on Isaiah.
So that is charisma saving throw, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
15.
That's a DC.
Okay, so that guy succeeds. The one to the left
Succeeds.
is a failure. The one to the south of Isaiah is also a failure.
Okay.
Nice.
Bane.
Bane.
And then I'm gonna move 5. I was gonna say, so I can move over the hay, right? That was just kind of covering over the
Yes.
boards.
Yep.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What's up, Falcon? And I'll just hold up next to her.
She is
Okay.
holding her side as blood's gushing out of her.
Calder.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm useless. I'm just gonna. But I'm a bonus action. This thing hasn't gotten hit yet, right? Aside from the explosion.
Other than the explosion, correct.
Does it look pretty? You're not gonna tell me. I'll bonus action vow of enmity to give myself advantage,
Damn right you will.
and that's about all I can do. That's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
8 points of slashing damage,
Points of slashing.
and the second one is 25 to hit.
That hits.
That's 7 points of slashing damage.
7 more points of slashing damage. And you just begin to hack into this under creature, just lopping off chunks of muscle and flesh as you just hear it flop onto the ground. Just nasty, reeking smell followed by the strikes.
Come on, you rotten fuck.
Anything else?
That's it.
Isaiah.
Eggs got her. I'm gonna see if I can literally like catch this thing under the chin and see how far I can get its head to fly.
Okay. Which one are you attacking?
The one between me and Ook. Dirty 20
Okay, that hits.
for 10 damage.
All right. So as you kind of, you're just using your hammer.
Just come with the uppercut straight at the
You
bottom
just
of the
hear
jaw.
the sound of metal resounding against bone. As you see the skull not only fly off this thing's body, but almost just shatter into pieces as the bits of the skull and ichor just kind of fall onto you and Ook. How many points of damage? 10, correct?
Correct.
As it falls to the ground, you see it stand right back
Oh.
up in front of you.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the momentum so it lifts me up a little and then come back down and try and smash it back to the ground. Stay down, you fucking. What is it? 7, so 18 to hit
That hits.
for another 8 damage.
Some damage. You jump up, ting, smashing this thing into the dirt. It's still alive, but prone.
Come on, Ook. It's called the foot stomp. You aim for the delicate bits in the joints in between. And he gets 14 sixes, dirty 20.
That hits.
Oh, only 4 damage though.
Natural 20. So he, as you Oak steps down on this thing's spine, you can hear it just with a resounding snap, kind of splits in half, and then all of a sudden you can see the bones begin to twist and reform beneath you.
Ugh.
Does anybody have fire? That worked last time things wouldn't stay dead. And that's our turn.
At the end of your turn, skittering out of the same holes these other ones emerge.
Son of a bitch!
More of them fill up.
No.
Here, here, here.
Should we
And here.
try to make it to the wall?
Maybe.
So 3 miles out.
Yeah, that's true.
And these things are fast.
Token.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, what do I want to do? Okay. Okay. She is going to cast Mage Armor on herself. That makes her AC, was it 13 plus her Dex? So that's 17 is her base AC now. Okay, little reminder there. And I'm assuming Egvor ran. She assumes Egvor ran over to help her in some regard. So I think she's going to stick it out, maybe. No. She's too fucked up. She has to like. She kind of leans over, kisses Egg on the cheek. Sorry, and she casts Misty Step. This action, Misty Step, and gonna.
You already cast Mage Armor
Ooh.
this turn.
Oh, you're right.
Correct.
Fuck berries. Okay.
Yeah.
Then she's gonna
So,
command these
second
little
the beat, question
fuckers.
A little bit of
She's going to.
no kiss. Damn, that's cold.
She just gives him a kiss, like "love you,"
I'm
and then
dead.
she's gonna send little darts over here to assail that one.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, that's bad. That is it. 11 hits.
Yes. I didn't know
Okay,
you were
actually-
acting or not. But yes,
No,
11 hits.
That's actually 14. That's 10, and that is 20. Okay, so 3 of the 4 hit.
Okay.
So that is 6 points of piercing damage, 16, and math is hard. Wait, 6? No, that's not right. That's 6, 14, 22 points of piercing damage as 3 of the darts kind of just start weaving through its body like it's like a little loom, kind of like a little. Like it's weaving together, like stitching together, and pop out. And that's the end of her turn.
Okay. Ren.
Okay, fuck, there's more. And she's just gonna kind of like stumble away from this guy, and as she's stumbling back, she's going to throw a dagger at this one.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, so sneak attack. Where's it? Okay, nice. 6, 12, 15, 19, 23 points of psychic damage to this guy.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So you, as you're kind of stumbling, so you toss the dagger and it, head over heels, just nails this thing right in the side of the neck. And as it disintegrates, it kind of stops twitching for a moment. Twitches one final twitch and collapses to the ground.
Here,
Okay.
thank you.
Yep. And then I'm gonna take the rest of my movement back, and then with my bonus dagger, I'm gonna toss at the one in front of Egg.
Okay.
And that is a 17.
That hits.
Sweet. And that will be 6 points of psychic damage, and that is my turn.
6 points. Okay. Redrick, you're up.
This is a bad situation.
You don't
Not
say.
good. Not
Yeah.
good.
Not good.
Fuck Rex. Fuck Rex.
Damn, man.
In response to Isaiah's yelling for fire, I'll say, like, Jordan used fire and it looked like they didn't mind. And, just like, so let's try something different. And you see as the scales all in his face, kind of like, he clenches his teeth real tight, and you see, like, ice shards kind of come out and go, like down, like, his body a bit, and then suddenly the scales are white when it breaks off underneath. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to activate that Chromatic Dragon feat. So I do a little bit of cold damage on each attack. And then make some attacks again. So first one against this guy right below me.
Mhm.
That's gonna be.
Dropped his dice. Do you
I
guys see
didn't
that?
drop it. I didn't drop it. I was ready though. That's gonna be 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and then that'll do some damage for sure.
That'll do.
9 piercing and 3 cold damage.
As you go to bite, you can latch onto this thing's arm, and as you do, you can see the ice begin to form. This thing stops twitching and just shatters, collapses to the ground.
Worked, maybe? Alright. Spit out that chunk of meat and then move on to the next one right here. And I will make this attack reckless just because I don't have flanking anymore and I don't want to climb that wall. So that's going to be 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's not a ton of damage. 6 piercing, 4 cold.
In total. Another one. As you bite into this thing, you can see the frost begin to form on this thing's body. Anything else?
I heal 3 off each of those hits from the bite, but that's it.
Perfect. I got rid of the guy with initiative, but these guys are up next. I always seem to do that.
Yeah, they were right after me.
Okay. Okay, so instinct sets in for these things, and this one is going to rush here.
Oh.
This one is going to rush here, and this one rushes towards Calder.
Hug, Ren.
Okay, so
No.
this one does leap at you again, Ren, in the air, and explode into blue flame. Constitution saving.
Alright.
You got this. You have high dex.
It's fun. It's not
I
fun. It's 11.
11 just fails.
Ugh.
You take 15 more points of necrotic damage. This thing just envelops you in blue flame.
Ouchie.
It is gonzo.
15. That's a lot.
All right. So this one up here is going to make 2 claw attacks against Velkin.
Oh, Velkin, not her.
Oh boy.
Wait, I'm
First
sorry.
one is a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Mage armor.
Shield.
Second one's a
Shield, mage armor.
14.
Shh,
Roll
clawing
9.
against her mage armor.
This one is going to make 2 claw attacks against you, Egg, with a D4 subtraction.
Mhm.
That is going to be an 8.
It misses.
That is going to be a 13.
That's my AC.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm.
Meets it, beats it. Sad day.
It.
Sad day.
You're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay,
Fine.
cool.
Was that the Baned one?
Yep.
Oh, did you subtract the D4?
I did.
Yep.
Okay.
This one here is going to make 2 claw attacks against you, Isaiah.
Alright. Hey, don't forget the con check
Yes, thank you.
for Bane.
Yes.
That is
16,
going to be
so-
a 6. Thank you. A 6 to hit. And the second one, Isaiah, natural 20.
Oh my God!
Does that
Stop
get
it!
affected by
Seen a
Bane?
lot.
And with the
I don't
Oh,
think
crits, dude.
so.
it hits no matter what.
Yeah, it's still in that.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about my AC anymore.
Hey, don't worry about it. I rolled a 1, so that's 5 points of slashing damage.
Perfect.
This one here on the ground, as it is being assailed by Ook, and the skin begins to reform. You can see the blue flame getting hotter and hotter. It explodes on the ground. You and Ook, Constitution saving throws.
I fail a death save.
Oh, you're down.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
why I said
didn't
you don't
even-
have to worry about my AC anymore.
That was not clear, my guy.
No, that was not.
Well, oh wait.
It did 5
Alright, okay,
points
so
of
if you're
damage.
If you're
got a
down-
nat
if you're
20 on
down-
the explosion.
if you're down, then I'm using Final Supper. So that is a reaction to use within 60 feet. So like this little sort of like corporeal like stew ladle that I usually use ends up having to like briefly just kind of you start to like fade and you just see sort of just you feel like this warm like bright light in front of your face and it feeds you a ladle of my stew. So, creature rolls a number of hit dice equal to or less than their proficiency bonus and regains hit points equal to the total,
Damn.
which can only benefit from it once. So,
Beautiful.
All right. So this would have been between the
This is before they
attacks
explode.
and they exploded. 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus another 6. So I'm at 16.
Okay, and then Constitution
The
saving
Constitution save. Ooh, got a nat 20.
throw. Perfect.
I got a 15.
Okay, so both of you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Look at
are
that! You're
prone.
still up.
Wow.
Sorry, I healed. What did I
16.
say?
16.
16.
Minus
So
5,
minus
so
5
go
is
up to 11.
total.
Yep.
And don't forget, Ook took 5 as well.
Yep.
And he is going to take 2 claw attacks himself.
All right, AC 15.
First one is a 13.
Miss.
Second one is lower than that, a 9. Just
Nice.
scraping off of his steel armor. These two here. Let me make sure. Nope, he does
How you
explode.
doing, Calder?
So this one is going to explode. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
13.
That is a success.
Cool.
3 points total. Let's reduce to half. Reduce to half.
Nice.
3 points of necrotic, and he is gonzo. And this one's going to make 2 claw attacks to you.
Okay.
First one, 24.
Yeah.
Second one, 17.
No. Block that one.
It's funny because I can see our 2 Asimar players just like, please explode every turn. Meanwhile, I'm here with the rage going, like, please just hit me. Please just hit me.
That's,
Like,
that's 8
like
points
opposite
of
thought
slashing
process.
damage. 8.
8 point slashing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And this last one over here, pinned up against the wall, as you guys both turn to it, you see the thing's chest begin to go blue, and it is going to
Damn
explode.
it.
Woo!
Constitution saving
All right,
throw.
con saving throw. Ooh, that's good. That is a 23.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Hey,
No, it was a big roll.
Nice.
25.
You need to go.
Oh, my God. I really needed to not fail that one.
Both of you take 11 points of necrotic damage.
I really needed
Reduced
to not
to
fail
5.
that one.
Yeah, I rolled 3 6 right there.
Oh, the question: am I still resistant to necrotic damage?
Yes, you are.
And that 11's already halved
Right.
from succeeding,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Good question, Mr. Nothing.
Wow.
Mr.
Okay.
Nobody, it is your turn.
Okay, Mr. Nobody is going to take a shot at the one assailing Calder. You're welcome. First off,
Cheers.
yeah, I'm going to reload as my first attack. Second attack, I'm going to fire. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and 8 points of piercing damage, 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay. You fire your
And-
pistol at it, and you can see the tip of the pistol once again glow blue as the bullet impacts. You can see whenever it does make impact, Calder, you can see it glow blue where the the impact was made. The flame is kind of absorbed and it's thrown back up against the rock and kind of bounces back into you.
All right. That is the end of my turn. Has my action. I have no bonus action to use. I think I am going to move. However, what's the furthest person from me? I think I'm just going to move about 10 feet this way, and that's it. I'm done.
Okay, Eggvall.
Action cure wounds on Valken, second
Oh my
level.
God.
And then signature dish is going to go to Isaiah.
Much obliged.
You get a kiss on the lips on
So
this
Isaiah,
one.
you heal for 4.
Can't read it, just
Velkin. Ooh, Velkin. Awesome. 14 close. That's 18 points to Velkin.
Oh, you get a big fat kiss on the lips.
Oh. She's so affectionate
I-
these days.
I will
Yeah, which Falcon's worse, my
Talking
Falcon or Joel's Falcon? Let's be honest.
Neither one is right. That's all I know.
She is what we make her.
And I'll just hold strong next to Velkin. I'm not really sure for bonus
Okay.
action. So, I got nothing. That's it.
Called her.
Kate's gonna watch these VODs and be like, is that what they see me like?
Kate's
Is that
not
what
gonna
they
watch
see
these
me
VODs.
like?
No, she's not watching any of these VODs.
All right, I still have advantage for Vow of Enmity, so I will do a couple attacks. That's a 22 to hit for the first.
That hits.
See if I can't take this thing's head off. 11 points slashing damage.
Okay. We'll see. Succeeds. So as you lob this thing's head off, you feel your sword hit stone, ting, and the body immediately kind of slumps up against the stone before it. It's still alive.
Again, it's just that like he's not even mad. It's just like I'm so fucking tired. Like, and then strike again.
Don't you die.
26 to hit.
That hits.
Come on, you bitch. 13 points of slashing damage.
13 points. This time, as you slash across its chest as it's about to come towards you, you cut it right in half in a diagonal pattern. It just falls in two pieces.
Hey, about fucking time. And then
Wow,
I
Calder got
will.
a kill.
I know.
Yay!
Hey. Oh, it's terrible. All right.
The person Calder's has been able to move in the combat.
I know, right? I'm gonna go over here, and that'll be
Okay.
my turn.
Isaiah, prone on the ground. You've been fed a ladle. Of whatever it was. Stew.
Magic stew.
Fed a ladle.
Magic snoot.
At least when
The
I do
spice
go,
invigorates you.
eventually when I do go, I want it to taste like that. But for right now, we'll
Thank you.
just
That's terrible, but
die. And I'm gonna keep smacking at this stupid thing on the ground and try and get it to stop. Ooh, it's not great though.
No, this thing's dead. This thing exploded.
Oh, yeah.
The one that
Then,
exploded.
Oh, okay.
Then that advantage roll wouldn't have happened. We're still there. You've got a while before you go. I'm gonna have Ook come over and help me. Attack of opportunity if you want it though.
Oh, okay, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, fucking literally. Game over.
absolutely.
Natural one.
Oh,
Aw.
all right. Keep working these things down. 4 and 7 is only 11.
That hits.
Okay, let's do one of those. 4. Ooh, nice. 12 damage.
Okay. Ook runs up behind this thing and plows its fist right into the back of his head. You can hear the skull near the concave. It falls into you. How much damage was that?
12.
It succeeds. You kind of push it up. You can see it reanimate.
Eventually, we're gonna have to figure out a way to just actually kill things the first time. Second attack. That's much better. That's a 21.
It's
This time it's only 6 damage though. I've got one more try after
natural
this.
1.
Yes.
This thing falls to the ground in a heap of bone and muscle.
All right, Anouk moved 10 feet, so he's gonna finish his movement over here by Egg and try and take a swing at this thing's legs.
Okay.
Get it out of Elkin's way. 21
And it's
to hit for 7 points of damage.
7 points. You can see Ook run up, slam its fist right into the side of this rotted leg. It snaps the leg in place, but it seems still standing.
All right, that's our turn. Well,
the
I'm gonna move and no, not up there. I'm gonna move down to this one to
Okay.
deal with it later.
At the end of your turn,
Appreciate the false hope.
more of
Frederick
these
and
things
Dorden have
Oh,
Are you
Oh.
fucking serious? Oh,
do
no!
not emerge. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
There's only so many people on this continent that we could fight.
How many people were just like buried in this one area out in the field?
So
They might
many,
have died
apparently.
in the explosions.
True.
Yeah, with whatever happened.
Says they're dead. Falcon's turn.
With her friends nearby, she's more comfortable. She's going to bonus action control these. Send her little minions or little
Why'd they
dark
turn
friends
green
over
all of a
to-
sudden?
Because it's easy for me to see. That's it. That's
God.
what easy for me to
It's about to
see.
be 39, everybody.
So it's going to attack the one that's being sandwiched. And are these with advantage? Because
Yes.
it's all flank. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I have to do this one by one.
Viking.
That hits. That hits. That hits. That hits. 14, 14, 14, 16, and all pluses with the modifiers. So, all 4 hit. That is 5 points. 13.
Okay.
21. 28 points of piercing damage as these darts just start weaving through the body again. Just
Jeebus.
28. What was the last point? Last roll of damage, though. That's what I need to know.
last roll was it was 3 plus 4, 7.
Natural 20. So as this thing gets the final dart through its skull, you see it freeze for a moment. Its head snap back. Still alive.
Okay, well, for action then, she's like, well, if you like those, just try these. And she's going to cast at 2nd level Magic Missile.
Okay.
So that is going to be, it's at 2nd level. So that is how many? 4d4?
4 darts.
Yeah, 4d4. Okay. Okay, all 4 darts are going into, actually, 2 darts are going into this one. 2 darts are going into that one.
Okay.
Welcome up.
5 points. 7 points into the Baned one. Then 4 points into the other one.
Okay. As this thing's head snaps back, 2 more darts kind of whirl around and, well, I guess these are magic missiles. As the darts
Yeah.
kind of fly back through its skull, you can see these 2 what look like clock hands emerge out of Velkin's hand and split this thing in between the eyes. The eyes go dull and fall.
Woo!
Okay. That was bonus action. She's just gonna kind of chill there at the end of her turn.
Hey, Ren.
Okay, I'm going to take a shot with my dagger at the one over Vulcan's shoulder. So that is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. So sneak attack. Nice. All right, so that's 10, 16, 21 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
The one behind Vulcan.
Okay.
And I will take another shot at it with my other dagger. And that is another 17.
Hits.
Sweet. So that is an additional, additional 8 points of psychic damage.
Very nice.
Yes. So 29 total for that turn.
Okay, both daggers find purchase. Right into this thing's chest. You see it. See its head. Pops. No major explosion, but its head does explode.
What? Ah.
Oh.
It's dead.
Gross. Okay, that's my turn.
Right, Redrick.
All right. I'm just gonna come running up behind and just yell out, "Calder duck!" real quick and see if he ducks.
Sure.
All right. I'm just gonna try and clothesline this thing just with like my arm out. It's gonna go right over your head.
Hell
So let's make an unarmed strike against it. 18.
It's
All right. For damage, I'm just gonna do a little bit of cold, a little bit of bludgeoning. 4 bludgeoning, 2 cold. Oh no, not 4. 9 bludgeoning. I forgot to add anything to it.
okay.
And then I'll kind of like after I just like slam into it, I'll just wrap my arm around it and like just like bite in with it right there. So we'll make another one. This one's a bite attack. It's gonna be a 19 to hit for 7 bludgeoning, 2 cold.
Okay. And as you bite into this thing's neck, you spit it out and it falls to the ground. For it quickly gets back up.
Good lord.
All right, and then bonus action, one more unarmed strike. Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
I get to block off.
18 to hit.
Wallop it.
Wait, you said 8 to hit?
Say the magic word. 18.
18.
Yeah.
8 to wallop.
Wallop. 7 bludgeoning, 2 cold.
Okay.
As just
Get
one
walloped,
last
fuckface.
one last stomp, you see like the ice like
7
gather around
bludgeoning,
his.
2 cold.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
One last time, you see the ice like gather around like his foot and just like as he slams in the ground, the ice crystals shatter.
Yeah, as you do, the ice crystal shatters, sending this thing's body parts in all different directions. And all goes silent around you.
Oh god.
Oh my god. I'm officially out of standard ammo. I have 4 more rounds left.
Everyone up?
Yikes.
Everyone up? We good?
Barely.
Yeah, who looks hurt?
I'm going
I'm just
to.
gonna fall on the ground, fall on my ass after that.
Yeah, I
last
was gonna
stomp.
say I'm gonna be wobbling, but I'm gonna touch Isaiah and cast second level cure wounds on you.
I will go over
And,
to Red.
Egg.
Hmm?
Tend to the others. I got me.
Oh, okay.
I'm using my healing hands and healing for healing myself.
Come here, kid. I'll go over to Ren, like wiping off undead gunk or whatever the fuck off my sword and sheath it.
Just like, ow.
Grab you by the shoulders, like act like I'm looking you over. I'll dump 15 points of lay on hands.
Oh, much better, thank you.
Yeah,
I
you look
guess,
fine.
then I guess I'll walk over.
Rub some dirt in it.
I'm
Sorry,
just, like,
I guess
laying
I'm
on
gonna
my
walk over
back
to
on
the red dragon now.
ground. Yeah. It's like sprawled out on the ground.
I'll go to Red next.
That's 14 points to you, Redrick, for that.
Oh, okay.
He's just on the
Cure
ground
wounds
and
level
just
2.
like you see his arm come up and like thumbs up and then just like fall back down like next to him.
And then I'm
Isaiah-
just gonna fall down on the ground next to you and cast Cure Wounds level 3 on myself.
God, you had a lot of spells left.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Anybody else still looking pretty hurt?
Isaiah's gonna put a hand on one of the scratches he's got, and a ring on his finger is gonna like shoot out some electric jolts over his hand, and I'm gonna get a spell slot back from my signet ring, and then cast 2nd level Cure Wounds on myself.
Let me know how you're looking after that.
Oh, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, and then I have 2 signature dishes that I need to choose. So I don't know. Velkin will get 1 signature dish for.
She's healed
7.
up. She is healed all the way.
Ah
up.
man.
Or
Does anyone
you
need any
can
help?
heal in. I do.
I do.
I'll take it.
Let the healer heal, guys.
We should.
Okay, so Dornan will get 4, and then Ren will get 2. How's that?
Alright, thank you.
Dornan, are you still looking pretty rough?
I'm doing all right. He's kind of just reloads in. He's hurt, but he's standing.
Yeah. What's standing?
Over half hit points.
Okay. So you're
We,
fucking then. Isaiah, how
should-
about you?
I'm fine. We should get moving because that was a lot of noise. So if more of these things are around, we're gonna start attracting them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking camping
Um,
outside the city's not so great an idea after all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially with those big fucking things that killed Dornan walking around the city at night.
We got a
Probably
way in
best not
that's
to waste.
subtle. Somewhere we can lie low, get a rest in.
Yeah. Where is? I would know where the best on the east side, where the best like outflow pipe would be, right?
Okay. Where it is not where you're going to like. It is on the coast, so it's on the northeastern part. You'd have to go the whole way around the city towards the sea.
Would I know whether or not that area is more or less? No, I wouldn't know anything about cards on walls.
But I know whether that side of the city is more or less. Finish Isaiah's sentence.
Patrolled.
Oh, patrolled. There we go.
Give me a general. Let's just make it a history check. It's
Sure.
intelligence based. I was just gonna make you roll intelligence, but
I spend all
it's
my
the
time
same
underground.
for
I
me.
wouldn't.
That's an 18.
an 18.
Nice.
It's not too bad. You know that that the whole city is pretty well patrolled throughout. The one that isn't is patrolled by the city guard is actually in the western part, the warehouse district, where the port is.
You're
Pretty
worried
sure.
about patrols and all like sit up. You're gonna want to head to the northwestern area. Guard's always a little bit later there.
What? It's also
Just a general
bored, so there's gonna
layout.
be-
Just a general layout of the city for all of those of you that live there. So the most western part of the city is the port district. That is where you know that the Five Blades are probably the most prominent and control the import and export of goods and trade. That is to the complete west of the city, pretty much the point where the city sits, where the Vilhelm Reach kind of meets the city. To the north is the warehouse district, which is where a lot of the goods are manufactured and produced and things of that nature. The merchants district is to the south, which to your immediate direction would be more southwest. You're sitting on the direct east of the city. That is where the merchant district is, and the district that would be closest to you is the living district, which is where the majority of the populace of the city lives.
And the center
and
would
in
be
the center is the governor district, where the palace of the Lord of Arrabar sits, and that's the large dome, glittered with gold and silver, is center in the city.
I could get us in underneath, around the northeast side of the city if we want to avoid all people, especially.
That'd be probably ideal.
We should probably move quiet though if we can. Try not to wake anything else up.
Agreed.
Okay.
Definitely do without that again.
Yeah.
So, it will take you a good probably 3 to 5 hours to actually get to the city wall. You are about 3 or 4 miles out of the wall itself, and you kind of have to angle in a more northern direction. So, you're trying to head northeast in this. So, it will take you a couple of hours to actually get there. If we're moving stealthy, I need stealth checks from everybody.
Sure.
Oh, that's bad. That's a bad.
Oh, okay, it's not too bad. Should have been in bed.
Every time we do this, I just wish Adlet was here.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna use a charge on the amulet to negate disadvantage.
Not good for me.
So boy, did not help.
Not
Perfect.
A
great.
lot of really good reactions coming out. There.
Okay, Ren.
I got an
Okay.
18.
Oh, that's
Hold it.
even bad for Ren.
Yeah, I'm thinking about adding a
Perfect.
side dice.
Egg ball.
What is it again? What's that? That's a 15?
Okay.
Yeah, it's 15.
Okay.
Dornan.
Okay.
15.
Okay. I got a 9.
What did Velkin get?
Gonna, if I can, while we're walking, I don't know if this is really
Okay.
a reaction thing I can do.
Oh,
Thank you.
ooh, gross. That is really bad. She rolled a 2, so whatever. I doubt her stealth is that much better. Oh, it's a
Plus
9
3
then.
Okay.
What?
Wow.
So this is just the initial start of your journey eastwards. So this is just the initial start of your journey. You haven't been walking for a long distance at all yet. This is just getting started. So
Flomping around like elephants.
Isaiah.
Isaiah actually got a 19, but Ook only got a 5.
Hmm.
That cloak is doing wonders for me.
A lot better than I expected.
So we're tied on failures, successes.
Is this a thing I can use a reaction on?
There's nothing really to react to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's a reaction I take when somebody makes an ability check or a saving throw. I'm just more thinking about timing and whether or not. But
This is just when you're initially starting to
Yep.
walk. So whatever you're trying to do, you know what I mean?
I say if we're tied, Calder rolls for the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I have already rolled for the tiebreaker.
Okay.
all right.
And as you begin your journey towards the city, you can see the walls getting closer and closer. That's where we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Alright.
All right.
Alrighty.
We will catch you guys after the break.
Not
Make
that
sure-
bad.
And
Make sure
we're
they can hear us.
back.
Can they hear us?
Apparently,
Yeah.
And we're back. They can hear us. They can always hear us. We've never had technical issues on this stream.
Uh-huh.
Not even once. Not even
Nope.
a single time.
Not on the last podcast.
What happened
episode.
last
It wasn't an
stream?
issue. It was intentional.
It's an artistic choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
You guys ready to play?
Yeah, let's
No.
D&D.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
I hope
I need
one
some
time we
excitement.
do break and then you just come back and you're like, and that's the end of the session, everyone. All right.
No.
Like, totally right out of break.
Nope, don't throw it out there. Don't do it.
So unfortunate.
Oh, that's a great idea. Anyway, we're going to continue as you guys make your way towards the city walls of Arrabar. Heading in a northeastern direction, you're heading towards the actual Wilhelm Reach, where it kind of flows out of the Sea of Shining Stars, and why Arrabar is one of the most profitable ports in this entire region is because of where it's located, the tip of this land point, and so you're heading towards the living district in the northeastern part of the city of Arrabar. Are you heading towards the city yourself, or are you just heading in an eastern direction along the ways here?
figured I'd lead them on a somewhat circuitous route, not like too far out of the way, but far enough that we're not like noticeable as much as we cannot be noticeable from patrols on the wall until we get close to where we want to go.
Like I said, you're a few miles out. To get where you need to go, it's probably going to take you about a 3-hour walk. Moving a little bit stealthier, we'll call it 4 in total. Marching order as you guys are making your way.
Well, you know where I am.
I guess this time it's Isaiah and Calder in front since I'm showing them where.
Okay. As you get closer and closer to the city, I need perception checks from the 2 leaders. So Isaiah and Calder.
Can I give him advantage?
Sure.
Guidance. Ooh, ooh.
Nah.
Nah.
He's from here. He knows
You
what
don't
we're
need it.
I would definitely notice if anything was wrong with my city because apparently I got a 20.
Okay. a 20.
Hey.
-1 is a 19.
So as you're taking them in it was 19 total,
Yep.
in a sort of a circular path around the outside of the city, you can tell the first thing that you notice is that this wasteland does span the entirety of what looks like Arrabar. Until you look about to your right, a few miles, you see the Chondath or the Chondawood, the Chondawood kind of meets the wasteland. So the forest and the waste kind of meet at a point. You can see the large trees kind of way off in the distance. So the wasteland here is prominent. None of you that are from here remember it being like this. It was never a barren land. It was grassland and farms and fields. You see, as you travel, multiple buildings deserted. Some that you even kind of pass by, maybe even stop at some farms and stuff, completely deserted. You do see remnants of what the gentleman told you at the caravan encampment of livestock being killed and destroyed. You can see that they're the remnants of their like corpses. The life of them has been completely sucked out, meaning they're not just bones and carcasses, but the skin seems to be dried and tight around the skeleton and the muscle structure, almost like they're all dehydrated in a way. This becomes more and more common as you get towards, as you begin to travel farther and farther. About a good 2 or 3 miles into your journey, Isaiah, you do notice something else. A large plume of black smoke emerges from the center of the city, towards the governor district. Almost like it is appearing from behind the palace itself.
But not quite far enough to be on the other side in the... It still looks like it's coming from the governor's district, just somewhere in that district behind the palace.
Correct.
Yep.
You also notice extensive damage to the walls of the city. So extensive that even some parts you see are completely caved in with rubble. The walls completely destroyed in some other regions. Palisades knocked into rubble that are strewn through the wasteland. The whole way around the city looks like it went through years of bombardment.
Damn. Does it look like they're rebuilding?
From this distance, it's hard to tell, but there's no major construction works going on in the walls of the city right now.
Looks like it's been through more than one war.
Think what happened at Hardcastle happened here, and they're just more ready for it, or something else?
No, nothing. I haven't seen anything floating, and we heard it was a explosion in the center of the city. Might have just been those things, or something like them. They're friends, the fiends, maybe.
Could be. might have busted their way through the walls.
I still think probably best go under the city. Don't want to go crawling over the wall and step right into somebody's face.
Great.
Just for reference, Isaiah, you do know most of the sewage systems flow into the Vilhan region itself. So that's where they get rid of all of their waste, is into the sea. So you will have to wrap around to the very corner of the city till you actually meet the water. Now, that isn't saying that there aren't other passageways. It's normal storm drainage that would flow out into, the land itself. But if you were looking for the main sewer system, you would have to actually go towards the water.
Yeah, he's probably thinking something that accessible for all of us, and well, he might be aiming for the actual sewage system just because it's gonna piss off Elkin more than storm drains. And it will also be more interconnected throughout the city. The storm drains could be divvied up a bit.
Okay. It will take you a little bit longer to get there. And it might be a little bit of a challenge to get to them itself, because the city does sit on, it's not just flat level to the sea. It does sit on, I would say, not a sizable cliff, but it does sit above sea level. So, if that's where you're heading, we will continue that direction. A few hours of walking. You slowly but surely have to get to a point where you have to go towards the city itself. And as you inch closer and closer, you can see that this part of the city seems to have taken a lot of damage. The wall, for a good 1,000 feet, is completely destroyed, decimated to rubble. You can see that the rubble stands probably a good 20 to 30 feet in height because of the wall just collapsing on itself. Doesn't really look like anything has exploded outward, right? The wall doesn't seem like it ejected the stone out towards you guys. It seems like it had collapsed in on itself. At this distance, go ahead. Do you have a question?
Vulcan, do you mind just checking out the wall with your ends? I'm worried maybe it was something underground that tore it down.
Yes, one moment. She places her hand on your shoulder, Calder, and summons grunts. Flies about 100 feet. Okay. What she sees, at least at this distance in the air, is the living district in Arrabar is massive. It almost spans half of the city until it gets almost... There is a large gap between the governor district and the living district, where they try to keep the populace separate from the nobility. But the buildings here, usually standing proud and tall, made of pure stone, some of the best timber that could be found, it's a shock to her. To see the city in the state that it's in, a lot of these homes and towers and skyscrapers, I would call them, that the most of the populace live in, have now kind of collapsed. You can see a lot of buildings leaning on each other. Some even sunken completely to the ground, foundations crumbled. There's a large sections throughout the city that are just decimated. There are some that still stand, but there's a lot of destruction in the district itself. And that's about all she can see from you guys being this far out away from the city, with Uranus from that vantage point. So whatever had happened here definitely happened within the city. It caused massive devastation. Almost as if an earthquake hit, shaking buildings completely off of their foundation.
That complicates things a bit. I can get us where we need to go, so long as everything underneath hasn't collapsed as well. I mean, I could probably still get us around, but it's going to be more trouble.
Well, one step at a time.
Let's just go see what we're working with.
All right. Oh, this is going to get interesting.
So Isaiah, you lead him the rest of the way, and you will have to get pretty much up against the city wall, to the edge of the city here. It takes you about another hour or two to the bright sun lowering to a low orange dim. The chill autumn air kind of brushing past all of you. Those of you that have never seen the Wilhelm Reach before, you now stand over it. As Isaiah gets closer, you can feel the wind and smell the salt of the sea kind of pick up in the air. The cold breeze of the autumn is stronger here. You all have to bundle up a little bit, kind of put on light, winterish traveling gear. It's not so cold as winter, but it's cold enough to put things on. You get closer and closer, and you can tell that the city does sit on a cliffside. It's to the point where, Isaiah, you lead them to the corner of the city, the wall itself not only about a few hundred feet away from you. To get to the sewage pipes, you actually have to find a way to get to it. But as you guys emerge at the corner of the city, you look out amongst the Wilhelm Reach, and it is just a massive sea. The sun glistening just right. You see many ships, some smaller than others, full sail, some small, what looks like frigates as well, armed with cannons. Hundreds of ships on the sea itself. It's a beautiful sight. People still traveling along the sea.
Do-
Obviously, a very busy shipping lane.
Do people get to see this every day?
Yeah.
So,
Now with the walls down more than usual, but well, if there's anybody left in the city.
I don't know if I've ever seen. Well, I guess that's a lie. I've never seen this much blue on the ground before. I was gonna say ever, but there's the sky. So
Just wait till low tide. It's not as pleasant then.
Listen, the ocean's still going to be there. Can we just get inside the city, please?
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Sorry.
In the far off distance, you can see also the peaks of a mountain range. This is known as the Haprun Mountains, that spans a large portion of the Termish continent that sits across the Wilhelm Reach. Isaiah, you lead your party closer and closer to the city. And as you do, you're trying to recall exactly where these sewage pipes are. You remember, and as you look, you can see 4 of them ejecting out the back of the city wall. The wall on this side of the city still intact. Amounts of water pouring out of each one like a waterfall cascading off of a cliff into the city. The closest one to you is about 200 or so feet. It is a large steel pipe that probably is a good 15 feet in height itself. The cliff side is rugged, and the wall sits flush with the cliff.
All right. How much rope we all got?
what?
How much rope do we all have?
Galter's pretty
I
careless
lost-
with his rope.
I don't have any rope.
I
No
have,
rope here.
I have rope. I don't remember where I got it. I think someone gave me their rope at some point.
Oh, I have rope!
Yeah. So
Whoa!
I got 50 feet. If we need to go herd some cattle, I'm ready. What do you have in mind?
Yeah, I got rope too.
All right, that's a good 100 feet. I've got a couple of pythons we could use on the way down. You said the pipe was 100, 200 feet down?
About 200 feet directly to your left. It does sit up probably another 20 feet just in height than where you are. So if you would
Oh,
look
okay.
over the cliffside, you look to your direct left, about 200 feet flush with the city wall, is one of the sewage pipes, kind of injecting sewage into the sea itself.
And is this going to be treacherous footing or
Oh,
sideways climbing?
It is absolute sideways climbing. Like you will have to hang on the side of the cliff and make your way towards one of the pipes.
How tall is the cliff?
Down
Yeah.
1,000 or more feet.
Is this our best option?
I dive in.
There's a giant hole in the city walls.
I mentioned that we could try above ground too.
Yeah, maybe
And
let's.
this option and that option, I think I'd prefer to just go through the wall.
If the wall's got holes in them, might just be
Oh.
easier.
I'm just not super
Well, I
confident
mean-
everybody can make that.
Yeah, it's quite the climb.
I mean, I'd like to think if one of us makes it, one of us that can kind of carry heavier stuff, maybe we can use the rope to kind of help everyone else make it. Oh well, it's 200 feet though. Never mind.
That's
My vote's for a hole in the wall.
I mean, empty
Just seeing
boy could
this,
also
that's my
fly a
vote.
rope down there. If it
Nope,
comes
can't
down
do
to it.
that. I'm a little exhausted. Can't do that right now.
Hmm.
I mean, I could use a spell. I can only do it once.
Hey.
But
just going through the wall is going to be 5 million times easier. And
okay.
from what Velkin says, it doesn't look like there's going to be too many people still left around.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Red, where's the best way to go, you think, to
Um,
meet with your people?
Are
yeah,
we going straight there or are we stopping?
there's a stop I'd definitely like to make first. Just checking in. That would be in the East District term.
Which one are you talking
Evan?
about?
Home. Pretty
Home,
much.
definitely in the living district.
Do
Shit.
we
The one that
wanna-
you're nearest to.
Do we want to make stops right now?
I mean, I gotta know if they're all right.
Okay.
It looks like shit in there. I'm not just gonna walk right through.
We all look like shit out here. That's all. I'm just.
Listen, I can
If-
point you in
if
the
you
right
think-
direction if it's not worth our time, but
Hey,
I just need to
I mean,
see.
if you're going, we're going with you. Just saying.
I just need to know. We don't even have to stop for real. I just need to see if everything's still there.
All right, let's get it done.
All right. Should be, and I'll just start leading them down the wall. Look for a hole that seems like it'd be nearby.
Now that you're this close to the wall, like I said, the majority of the wall in this section of the city is completely caved in on itself. Like I said, it is a few hundred feet of pure stone that has collapsed, but really, you could choose really any of the spots. If you're looking for something in specific, give me a perception check to make it a little bit easier to enter into the city.
Sure. It's bad. It's like a 10. Let me see what my perception score is. It's an 11.
11. With an 11, it all seems just as tall and rigorous to climb. If you're trying to climb into the city.
Sure, and we're already on the eastern side anyway. So
Yes, you are.
then I'll just lead everyone over the wall.
Okay.
Get my bearings.
Just give
right.
me simple athletics checks from everybody.
Athletics. I'm so great with athletics.
Or if you have other means of climbing the rock wall. Up to you.
Acrobatics? No. That's a 6 for me.
Oh, I have a 24.
Okay. Ren.
If we're doing athletics, then that's an 8.
For you, you can give me acrobatics.
Okay,
Well, I
then
would
that is
acrobatics
a
too.
that's a 15 then.
That's a 13 for me.
Okay. You said 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Calder.
13.
Okay. Eggval.
22.
Belkin.
Vulcan is gross. Acrobat. No, it's gonna be a 12. Oh, 13.
Okay.
13 for her.
Okay. Isaiah.
Isaiah's gonna make sure to take some time watching everybody else go up first and paying attention to especially how Egg does it. So he gets total of 11 and Ook gets 13.
Okay. Luckily, the majority of you succeed. There are a few of you that are a little bit slower and not as adept at climbing, and you need the aid of mostly Eggval and Redrick, helping you get up to certain platforms and stones and pulling you up until all of you reach the peak of the stone wall sitting over the city. And what you see in front of you is a dark sight. The city streets are covered in what looks like probably the remnants of sewage. There's no lanterns or light lit. The buildings kind of that you at the point that you had picked kind of leaned in on each other. It just seems like destruction has hit this city so much that it kind of casts a darkness into this this region of the city. You don't see any light. Redrick and Eggval, give me perception checks since you two were probably the first ones to make it there.
Okay. Where's my...
Hey, that's better. That's a dirty 20.
Oh, boy. That's a nat 19 for a 22.
Hey.
The cobblestone streets that are normally lining this entire district seem to be cracked and broken, and they lead in an odd pattern. The street itself seemed like it had been moved or adjusted. Redrick, and you remember this specifically being pretty well laid out, like any other major city would be, but it seems like the path itself kind of laid and twisted. You can see these alleyways and side streets splitting off in all sorts of different directions. Buildings crumbled in the center of the street. No signs of life, though. You don't see a single person walking around. It seems to be quiet and empty.
Are we at like a high point right now? Like we're kind of looking
you were
out.
you were sitting at the top of the rubble of the wall. You're kind of looking out upon the main streets here that you have found yourself at.
Does it look like there's light like anywhere, or is it just the East District that's like all fucked up?
It's hard to tell from here. You can't really see past the height of the buildings. You're kind of looking.
Okay, gotcha.
Your
We're
perspective
not
is-
that high up.
Right. You're only about 300 feet in the air.
300?
So you're high, but the buildings themselves were like, I call them skyscrapers, but they're large stone apartment buildings to house a lot of people in a tight city.
Okay.
So you're kind of looking at the top of them, but not quite enough vantage point to look at the whole entire city.
Yeah, can I
I don't-
okay. I guess I probably couldn't see from here whether anything was still there or not. Like can I get my bearings and locate specifically where?
You can
Mansion
see the
would be.
general area. It seems like this entire district is ruined. It's not collapsed. Not everything is just decimated, but the buildings themselves seem lifeless, dark. Some are cracked and broken and leaning on each other. It's hard to tell.
Let's make sure we get everyone else up here. And then I guess we'll head in the direction.
Lead the way, Red.
Right. Yeah, let's get everyone up. We're gonna need to make our way north. Here, I'll like reach down and give someone like a hand.
As you get everybody up and begin to make your descent, Takes a little bit of time, but eventually all of your feet find the cobblestone streets of the living quarter, the living district of Arrabar. Being on the ground level is eerie. You all stop and imagine this city being as big as it is, filled with life. But the street that you now stand on is straight until you can see it eventually come to a T where it splits off in two different directions. The buildings themselves, you can see the doors are mostly boarded, at least the two that are closest to you on either side. Windows also boarded shut. You can see above you some of the buildings reaching towards the sky. The windows that were built into them not lit by a single lantern or candle either.
We don't
Moment.
see or hear anything.
Perception.
4.
4. You see some rats skittering about 20 feet in front of you, left to right. You hear the breaking of glass in the distance.
I'm just gonna.
Clapping,
Redrick's just like at the front of the group, and he's just like, "Follow me," and just like starts walking like on a mission. Like doesn't turn around. The only things he says are like, "Turn left here," like just walk in a direct line.
As you begin to walk down the main street here, you can tell that the main foundations of these buildings seem to be intact. It seems like a lot of it, a lot of the structural damage came from the top. You can see there is rubble scattered throughout the streets, like something had shaken these buildings to its core. A lot of the tops of the buildings had fallen and collapsed inward. The base of the buildings that you are walking past are whole. The buildings themselves sit really, really close to one another, no more than 5 feet or so in between each building. It's like a rows and rows of housing and apartment buildings. It's so silent here that you can hear the steps of every single one of your feet hitting the cobblestone ground here. Almost like an echo through the city. Passing alleyways and corridors as you walk by, kind of hustling in a northern direction. Redrick, you leading everybody. You hear from behind you, "Halt there!" As you see emerging from one of the alleys, what looks like some sort of soldier, dressed in brass chainmail, with a blue scabbard, and a tight-fit steel helm, a long sword at his side, and a white cape, lined with gold. One of the city guard. "Where do you think you're going past curfew?" He approaches you. All of you.
Coming from behind us.
Yep. You hear shing, like he's just barely pulling his sword out of his scabbard.
Just headed home.
Yeah,
Like you said,
apologies,
curfew.
sir. We were rushing. We got held up a little bit. Got kind of lost.
I haven't seen you around here before. Name yourselves.
My name's Chet.
Deception check.
17.
17. Chet?
Yes, sir.
And what do the rest of you? Is that... Shing! He pulls his sword. Is that a drow? You're coming with me. All of you. To see the captain. Drop your weapons. Unsheathe your swords and come on. Remove them from your belts.
We don't
He's
have
actually
time for
just-
this.
It's at this point you hear
I'm just
something.
like,
A scream as you remove the claws begin to emerge. You hear and behind him you see a body land from above. What the hell? Not now. You're on your own. Good luck. And he runs back into the alley. It's at that point you hear another scream. One after another, bodies begin to fly from what seems the sky and begin to land into a pile. 10, 20, and you hear a yell from the alley the guard emerged. And you hear what sounds like a stampede.
Can I cast something on myself real quick?
What the
Should we
fuck?
run?
Hear the sound of thousands of footsteps as you see the bodies that have just thrown themselves off the buildings begin to
Run now.
Can I
Yes.
cast Long Strider on
Yeah,
myself
we're
real
running.
quick?
We're running.
We're running.
It's at that moment as you go to turn a run from the alleyway you heard the screams from emerges a horde of these creatures, so fast and vicious that it slams into the side of the building and it stops for a moment, and they all turn to you, flaming eyes of pure
How
blue.
close are they?
50, 60 feet.
Divine sense.
You don't sense anything except for that cold adrenaline.
It's the worst.
You
Run,
hear
Run.
Let's go.
Yeah.
as the horde begins to just charge after you.
God damn.
Can I
You all
cast
begin to
Long
sprint.
Strider on myself real quick?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, bye,
any
friend.
immediate spells need to happen right now. If anything
Okay, yeah,
needs
so
to
I just cast Long Strider.
nothing.
I'll put it down just in case.
I cast get the fuck out.
Does nothing have anything on her abilities? Oh, she's going to actually. She's going to pop a darkness right behind us, so that as we're running, a cloud of bubble of darkness appears, and maybe like slow them down or something. I don't know.
Okay.
You can do that once a day. Just gonna do that.
Redrick, you still leading?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll lead him where to go.
A-
the Drake.
As we're running, do I see any like? You said a lot of the alleys and stuff were like pretty tight spacing wise.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do we see any that are like have some kind of overhang or anything like that? Like
You could try to make a quick perception check. As you run,
Yeah.
you can see that the amount of bodies that have just emerged from this alley are by the hundreds. The horde itself so thick with bodies that it actually slammed into the side of one of the buildings at the opposite side of the street with enough force to almost knock one of the walls inward. As all the bodies just turn to you, you can see them clambering over one another to get to you. A wave of undead bodies.
It's World War Z.
I'm just-
right
World
now.
War Z.
Yes,
Word was
that's what I was about to say. It sounds like-
clambering over one another.
15 on a perception check.
Not enough, unless you want to try to take a brief moment.
Yeah, I mean
Try to
just
stop.
as we're running.
Okay.
keep
As
an
you're
eye out.
running, the closest intersection, like I said, is a T. It's probably only 30 or 40 feet. You get to it, you see left and your right. The right, it looks like it's a short path before it turns a quick left. The other one is a left that just heads straight until you could see pretty much nothing but a straight road at this point. Make a quick decision here. Redrick.
I have one question because I don't know where he is. Where is Draco in this regard? Where's my
You
cat?
look around. You don't see him anywhere.
Damn it. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep going along whatever's the shortest
Red.
route. I mean, I don't.
Red. No, we need to go somewhere else. If they are still there, we don't want to bring this down on them.
Decision needs
Do
to
we
be
Where are
wanna
we gonna
have-
go?
Decision
That's
needs to
turn
be
left.
made
I'm turning
now.
left.
Left, left.
So you're making a left.
Yeah.
You make a quick left, and as you do, the hordes of zombies, only about 20 to 30 feet behind you, slam into this wall. You begin to sprint as fast as you can. Eggval, at this point, now leading the pack, striding as fast as he can. It's at this point, you get about another 50 or so feet. The horde itself kind of piling up, and almost like it's climbing on itself to make this sharp left turn. You see somebody. A hooded figure, cloaked in gray. Darkish skin. This way! And he begins to sprint.
Follow him.
I'm following that guy.
Nope.
Hello.
Yeah.
You follow the figure. He's quick,
Nope.
even faster than Eggval. You see him begin to sprint.
I'm going 50
Far.
feet around.
What's Eggval going? About the same?
40
80.
feet. I
Dashing.
yeah, I guess
have-
80 feet.
I guess
Yeah, with
100 if
dashing.
I'm dashing.
Okay, so you're still faster than him then.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to keep pace with this guy, and he is just about as quick as you are.
Okay.
So you're not really catching him. You run about another 50 to 80 feet before you see him quickly make a quick right. It's at this point, I need anybody that's running at a base 30 feet. Make me either athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Whew. Okay.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Nice.
Right.
22.
18.
What was that?
18.
Okay.
I
Ren?
hit so many times, and I got a 10. I had
Oh no.
Ren?
24.
Belkin.
That's fuck me. Okay. Okay, acrobatics is a 15.
Okay. Isaiah, you're really the only one that's going to take this. Falling behind, but Ook standing next to your side. The horde is at your heels. Even so close that one of the zombies actually leaps up off of the pile and rakes at your back. More than one, two, three. They begin to rip at your heels. You see Ook slowly turning around and bashing these things off of you as you're getting grabbed and ripped behind the party. You're going to take a total of 17 points of slashing damage before you're able to
Christ.
make the turn.
Sheet.
You make the right turn alongside the rest of your party. There's only a short dash remaining, about 100 or so feet. As you guys make this right hand turn, the horde itself kind of trying to keep up with you. Some of the zombies still hot on Isaiah's tail. Make the right turn with you and begin to pile on each other. Not being able to stop just quick enough, just the amount of bodies. Go ahead, Colin.
Seeing Isaiah kind of get scrapped at from behind and like struggling a little bit, can I like reach out a hand to kind of like yank him up, and as I'm doing so, cast Cure Wounds?
Cure wounds.
It's
Yeah.
not a lot, first level.
it's
Um,
Ooh, I rolled an 8 though. 12 points
It's
of
going
healing.
to slow you down for this next check.
Fuck.
You have another 100-yard dash. You see in front of you, Redrick and Eggval, as you guys are kind of leading the pack, the rest of you just now rounding the corner, a large barricade made of carts, stone, rooftops, pillars, buildings, a good 50 or so feet. Definitely not enough to hold this horde back. But it's at that point you see the hooded figure clamber up. You see another gentleman standing at the top. Come on! Clad in full silver armor. And another woman standing beside him, all calling to all of you. You see the gentleman in the silver armor pull up the hooded figure, lift him up, and throw him over the barricade. I need everyone to make me that it runs at a 30-foot speed. Make me another athletics or acrobatics check. Calder, you're at disadvantage.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Ooh.
What is it? I'm actually going to slow my roll, and as we start making our way down, so 30 speed can catch up to me.
Okay. You also need to make me athletics or acrobatics check.
22.
Falcon?
Okay. Oh no! That's a 6.
Oh,
Ren.
Can she Misty Step?
She will be able to in a moment, not immediately.
so I rolled a 22, although I don't know if it matters since I'm technically moving 90 feet around with cunning action.
Well, then it does not matter. Then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Sorry, I apologize.
worries.
Isaiah,
25.
25, Calder.
16.
Okay. Agval.
24.
Those of you that were rolled below a 20, so Velkin and Calder, I believe, the horde catches up to you. Each one of you takes 17 points of slashing damage initially. It's at that point, Calder, you see Velkin trip and fall. The horde
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious?
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious. The
Ugh.
horde itself begins to clamber over both of them.
Oh God.
What is it? I'm going to go, since I held back, I'm gonna see that Calder just immediately flops over like a fish. I'm gonna go dash into the horde and just try to grab him, and I'm gonna cast Dimension Door to the top of the barricade.
Ooh,
Nice.
spicy.
Is Velkin Misty stepping? I'm assuming she is.
Yeah,
not.
she has one more slot. She has one more second level spell slot. She's gonna Misty Step.
Okay. That's probably just enough. So Velkin and Calder. So at this point, Calder, you turn and you see Velkin trip and fall, and the horde just begins to consume her. You
Yeah.
jump in and try to get on top of her, and it's at that point the horde just consumes you, tearing and ripping at your back. You can feel the pain and the heat of the long claws and the things beginning to gnaw and bite at you, and your vision goes black. Velkin, underneath Calder's unconscious body, has just enough willpower to Misty Step. She's on the ground, gets up, and begins to sprint. It's at that point Eggval, seeing this, also turning around, slamming into the horde, sending these bodies going flying backwards, lands on top of Calder, grabs him, casts Dimension Door. What's it look like when you cast the Dimension Door?
So it's actually kind of funny. This is how it works. So, what is it? I end up having to grab from off of my back, which usually, of course, my cooking supplies is kind of anything that's bigger than my back actually hangs off of the back of it. So I end up having to grab and pull off my cooking pot, and I use my pot to kind of slam into the horde, just so that I can kind of like pull it up underneath us. The pot enlarges and basically consumes us. And what is it, for like a brief second we're kind of in like our own like little space, and I go for like another full circle and flip the pot around, and at the top of the barricade you just see this pot giant emerge at the top, and we just kind of come out from under it, and I just kind of
Awesome.
hold it down and just sort of like sit back down with Calder just sort of like almost on top of me.
The rest of you, one by one, are hoisted up with the aid of this man in the silver armor. Isaiah, you barely be able to make it. Right behind you is Velkin, the horde, moments behind you. You get lifted up. Ook easily clambers over the wall.
Yeah, I'm at
Velkin,
the top ahead of
also
everyone, just
needing-
lifting people up too.
Yeah, helping as best as you can. It's at that moment the horde slams into the barricade. But just before it does, you hear a yell. Malum! Coming from a female voice, and you see a bluish silver wall of almost transparent-like visage emerge from underneath them. The horde and begins to pile up on this wall. You hear almost like a soft thud as the bodies begin to pile up. That's where we're gonna end our session tonight.
Oh, wait, we're all off tomorrow. We're all off tomorrow. Come
We're all
on.
off
We're
tomorrow.
ending tonight.
Oh, I can't be here next
Come on.
week.
It's okay, you're dead anyway.
You know,
I'm unconscious.
Right there,
Yeah,
you.
no.
I have one spell left. How dare you?
I have a bunch of spells left. I can pick them up too.
Ah,
We
Holy
cannot
shit.
catch a break.
no,
Bro, my
you
heart.
cannot.
My heart, man. I can't.
I tried to get us around, but
Quick thinking about a few of your party members there.
Yeah.
You spend one round in that Calder, you're dead.
Uh huh.
It's a lot of attacks.
Yeah.
So the death saves fail.
Alive.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Come hang out with us on Sunday. Almost forgot my days again. It's okay though. At 8:30 p.m. EST, we're gonna be doing Speechless Nights. We're gonna discuss the last couple episodes. So don't miss that. We're gonna recap them, discuss what we think, theories, that kind of thing. We also have Discord and our socials. If you want to come interact with us there, we love talking back and forth with you guys. So yeah. Other than that, I think we're done for the night. So thank you for watching. Have a nice week, and until we see you again, happy gaming.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. If you do that.
Bye.
Yeah.